If you're wishing to choose everything, an easier way is actually up the top left-hand corner on every level in Buildsoft, you've got this sort of grey box. If you left-click on that, it selects everything. So it doesn't matter that it'll go off and select blank lines. It only picks up data from the lines that you have data actually entered in the database. Okay, so we want to export everything from here back out to Excel. So we select everything. We then choose our edit drop-down menu at the very top in Buildsoft. So we select edit. That will give us our edit drop-down menu. Okay. Now what we want to choose is we want to choose this option here, which is called copy to external clipboard. Now that is different from the option a couple above there from copy to clipboard using the Control-C. The reason it's different is Buildsoft has its own built-in clipboard for copying and pasting throughout itself, which is the copy to clipboard. The copy to external clipboard is actually using the clipboard on your physical PC. So you can paste that into other programs as well. So you choose that by left-clicking on it. It's instantaneous. You don't have to go through a whole slow process. So I left-click on it. You can then open up Excel, or if you have it opened as I do, is simply select it from the bottom. And that opens up your Excel sheet. Okay, I'll just maximize that up so it covers the whole page. You can then put the cursor wherever you want the paste to start. So wherever you want the data to go into, you put the cursor. So I'll put it on the first line. And then you choose your paste button from your menu or right mouse click and choose paste. So we click paste and all the data goes in for us. And then you can extend your columns as you would normally in Excel. You can, if you wish, choose to rename the sheet at the bottom. So at the moment we're on sheet 1. So if you right click on sheet 1 down the bottom, it gives you an option there and you can choose rename by left clicking on it and then type in the name of the sheet you want to call it. So that's okay when you're bringing just a summary page. You may wish on sheet 2 to have the workings of, let's say, the substructure element. Okay, so if we minimize Excel for a minute and we go back into our Buildsoft. So now let's say if you want to copy in the build-up of each of the elements into Excel. So as in your build page, you drill down behind your substructure as normal either by double-clicking on it or hitting View Next Level. And that will work us down into level 2, the trade breakup level. And the same procedure applies on this level in that you highlight the lines that you want to bring. In our case, we want to bring everything, so I'll hit the top left-hand corner to select everything. I then click on Edit at the very top, and we go to Copy to External Clipboard. Again, I'm choosing the external clipboard over just to copy the clipboard. And again, it's quite quick, so you just go into Excel straight away then. Open up the sheet you want to paste it onto. And then you can just hit the paste button again when you choose the line number you want to put it on. And again, that will paste that information out. Okay. Now, Excel can only import raw text. So formatting or anything like that can't be exported because we're not a worksheet and we don't use formulas. It's a specialist program that uses hard code that's programmed in there. So you can't export the likes of the headings or anything like that. It can only import in especially from the clipboard. So formatting like headings and bolds and stuff like that, you can just manually do them when you get them in for yourself. Okay, so as you can see, when you want to bring in the build-ups of each one from Buildsoft, you will actually have to do them one at a time when you want to do the paste. So let's say that's our substructure, and we rename this sheet to substructure like I did with the summary page. And let's say we want to bring a second page in now, so we're back into Buildsoft. I'll close out of that element, and we'll open, let's say, our columns element. Again, I'll highlight everything by using the top left and go Edit, Copy to External Clipboard. And then we'll go in and we'll paste this into the third sheet. and then you can call that whatever you wish to as well. So as you can see, you can have each element pasted in to a different column for ourselves, or a different element even, and sheet. So that's one way of doing your from Buildsoft to Excel, and that's called the copy and paste method. There is a second method using the print drop-down menus, and if I just minimize Buildsoft, minimize Excel there and come back into my Buildsoft job. What I mean by the print method is in Buildsoft, on everyone's Buildsoft, you have a print drop-down menu. And from there, you've got a multitude of different formats and different type reports that you can print. So you've got your summary under the job heading. You've got your trade breakup or your build up, your bill pages under trade. Then you've got your calcs and rates. So every single one of these reports can be exported out to Excel. You can also then choose multiple. So let's say you wanted to export the build-ups of all those three columns or those three elements. You can then highlight them like we did previously. Click on print, go to trade, and then choose one of the reports that are on the list. So you can have a browse through them yourself to see which ones are best suited for what you need. If you're only looking for the raw, all the data, and strip out any of the formatting that comes with them, you've got this option, which is trade breakup for export. Okay, the trade breakup for export is just all the data in like raw text, no headings, no formatting, no anything. So if I choose that option, it'll prompt me, do you wish to recalculate all sublevels before printing? We would recommend that you say yes to that no matter when, because if you've used subtotals or you've used formulas within Buildsoft, you've got to update them, and that will make sure that they're all updated in one go. So what it'll do is it'll give me the print options dialog box here. The most important thing to choose on this option is that you've got the option window selected rather than printer. So it gives us a print preview. So I'll just hit OK on that because mine's ticked. And what that will do is that will give me a print preview of all the columns that were in that particular job with all the data. And as you can see, it strips out any of the formatting or anything like that that we don't need when it hits Excel. So from there, what we're able to do is we've got a couple of options at the very top, okay? And if I turn on my spotlight there, what you'll notice is you see at the very top you've got your printer options, but then you've got this little icon with a little envelope with a little red arrow going into it. That's our export tab. So if you put your mouse over it, it'll actually tell you the word export on it. So if you choose it by left clicking, what it will do is it will open up the export dialog box for yourself with a format and a destination option, and you've got a drop down menu beside both of those. So from the format you can choose different formats. So as you can see, Adobe PDF is the default on these type reports, so that's built into it as well. So if you hit the drop down menu there, you've got a list of different formats. You've got certain crystal reports, ones that you might use for other programs. You know, you're getting into advanced options using some of the other ones. But what you have on the list is you have Excel. Okay. Now, a couple of years ago, there was different formats with Excel, you know, when you were on Windows 2000 and even Windows 98. So you don't need to worry anymore. You can choose whichever Excel option you want. I personally just normally choose Excel 8.0 because it's the highest number. But I don't think it makes any difference with the latest Excel features that are out there. The destination then gives you a couple of other options. It gives you application, it gives you disk file, and then it gives you like Exchange, which is email, Lotus, and Microsoft Mail. So I would probably recommend, you know, they're quite advanced option, and if you don't know about them, you're probably better off steering clear of them. So these two options then you can both use. You've got application and you've got disk file. The difference between them is application will actually create the Excel file, but open Excel and let you see the result, whereas disk file will only create the Excel file and you have to go off and open it up manually through Explorer. So I personally use an application, so it actually runs the program at the same time. So if I just choose application, all you have to do then is hit out Okay. That'll run Excel for you and open up and show you the results. So as you can see, it automatically opens up Excel as well for yourself, so you can see the physical results for yourself, which makes it easier. So what you can see now is that exports everything. So because we use 3 trades, it gives us our trade name under column B there. And you can scroll down then looking at the different elements. And as you can see, it moves on to element 2, element 3, and so forth, keep on. Now, if you can use Excel in any way, what you're also able to do in that case then is turn on a filtering option. So if you click on data in Excel, you've got the filter button. And what the filter button allows you to do is drop down your menus at the top. And from each of those columns, you can filter based on the text within them. So let's say under the column B, I can actually filter based on that heading. So I can actually unselect everything and just look at substructure. And that will hide all the text and group them all together. So if you only wanted to print off substructure, you can group them together in a way. As I say, the formatting side of things still has to be done in Excel. We've no control over that, but you're able to filter it in that way. So the print menu over the copy and paste menu allows you to do multiple trades in one go. Personally, I prefer the other option, the copy and paste, because you're able to break it down into your headings and make it easier for yourself. Not as much text or formatting comes out. You don't have to strip out formatting. But again, it doesn't make a difference. Both will work. It's pretty much a personal choice for everyone. I personally prefer to copy and paste, but again, everybody's different. Okay, so there are your 2 different methods of being able to export from Buildsoft to Excel. You've got your print drop-down menu options, where you've got your export tab from within it. So you can click on print, job, full estimate summary report, let's say. Make sure the window's ticked, and then you've got your export tab where you can choose. Or using the copy to external clipboard option. So if we highlight multiple items, go to edit and go to copy to external clipboard. It allows you to copy and paste out direct to Excel. Okay, so I'll come back to how you import when we finish talking about the export options. We'll do them in stages. So the next option most people will ask me how to do is how do I export from Buildsoft to a PDF format? Okay, those with just the offsider system, which is fine, your print drop-down menu, the exact same way as we did from Excel. If you wanted to export, let's say, the summary report to PDF, you go to print, you go to job, and you go to full estimate summary. So any of the reports on the print drop-down menu can do this. So we'll choose the full estimate summary. Again, recalculate. I'll say yes. As I say, you're better off always saying yes to it. That just runs down, make sure everything's okay for us. Again, you can change the title on your page here if you wish. You can adjust your margins if need be. But make sure window is selected so it's a print preview. Hit OK. And that gives us our print preview as normal. From your export tab at the top, like we did with Excel, you've got to just change that and run Adobe format PDF and hit OK. And that will export the format direct to a PDF file for you. And from here then you can save it or attach it to an email if need be.